All right, guys, we are here. The time has arrived. This is the first game of the finals. We have Tim Bunn playing Jinteki versus Travis Murray in Andromeda. I'm Steven.
I'm Robert.
And we're here at Team Covenant. We are loving this. This top 8 has been fantastic, and we find ourselves with awesome Jinteki.
Jinteki's in the finals.
In the finals.
It's crazy, right?
Very cool.
Unprecedented?
I would say, I don't know, I haven't been following the regionals
well,
elsewhere.
it's uncommon, I know
but
that.
It's certainly uncommon, I think, just given what people have been saying. And we're going to try to help you guys along, inform where there needs to be informing, and clarify things that need clarifying, and occasionally give sound game advice as well as unsound game advice. It's just kind of what we're here for.
I'll be working on the latter.
All right, so we're going to start it off. We have the stare down. Travis.
Both players starting with 5 credits.
Both players with 5. Jinteki Personal Evolution, Andromeda.
5 credits, 5 cards.
Interested to see if Travis has another Andromeda opening that is worth talking about.
What's great here is both these guys are trying to flatline the other, in effect.
Well, I don't think the runner's trying to flatline anyone, yeah?
Well, no, excuse me. You're right. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, with what I meant was like with both of their runner decks or corp decks, they're trying to flatline the other,
absolutely.
which I think is really cool.
And it's important to realize that two decks that really are flatliney have gotten to the finals. Now, that said, if you've caught our podcast with Tim about this finals and kind of his approach and what he's talking about, his Jinteki deck isn't really about the flatline. It's a way for players to lose, certainly, and they will, but it doesn't really run super taggy, scorched earth, any of that kind of stuff. It is really just Jinteki at its finest.
Yeah.
There's some traps going on, and to Tim, it's all about time. It's all about making the runner draw too many cards during the game, making the runner waste cards that they wouldn't normally waste, and even just having the ability to pull really important cards out of a runner's hand at the right time can be huge. So hitting a Neural Katana early and getting rid of some really important early game items, like getting rid of a Crypsis out of hand early, or getting rid of an Inside Job, or
Katie Jones.
like Katie Jones out of hand, yeah. So just something to be aware of, and we're going to be watching how these guys handle it. Tim right now is considering the mulligan, and this will be untimed, of course, because it is the finals. So there is no rush, no problem, and we're just gonna see how it goes here. So we just got the feel free to start from you, Robert. Congrats.
That's me.
Way to go. All right, hedge fund, first action here.
Classic start. Truly classic.
Piece of ice, look like a pop-up window. And another piece of ice. So Ice Ice Baby, classic opening. Ice Ice Hedge Fund, yep. We do call that the Ice Ice Baby around here.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
And we'll see if Travis actually gets a chance to open up with a lot of economy here. I do see a Sure Gamble and an Easy Mark in his hand.
Right off the bat.
So you can expect that he's going to be very aggressive in collecting money this first turn.
I can't remember the last time I saw Travis play and he didn't score a Sure Gamble and an Easy Mark right off the bat.
Yeah, you know, you got 3 in and you're drawing 9 cards. Pretty good chance.
Boom. Credits. I'm richer than you. Gotcha.
Yep.
At least for now.
And this is one of Andromeda's strongest things. She actually can get set up fairly quickly, simply because she has so much money at the start of the game. She doesn't have to spend time building and letting the corporation get their stuff done. I see a Desperado here in Travis's hand as well. And that's gonna I have no doubt that's gonna hit the table fairly soon. He needs to play 2 more cards so he doesn't have to discard any. Assuming that that's what he's gonna do. I don't know. Maybe he'll take the run instead.
There's Katie.
There's Katie.
Gosh, she is so good.
And tap to use Katie. Smart. And we'll see what card he discards.
Discard 1.
I think he had an extra of something.
Like a special order. Nope.
Yeah,
there it is.
I think he had an extra Desperado.
Desperado. Nice.
All right. So install in our remote. Precog.
I love that card, by the way.
Yeah.
It's one of the few cards that makes me want to play Jinteki.
Yeah. Makes me wonder, actually, why Tim didn't precog first. I would always precog first for my own personal thing. And, you know, Tim's in the finals. What more can you say?
What do I know? Hey, but I mean, even people in the finals are not infallible, so...
Certainly.
Things to learn by.
And gains a credit for his last action there.
Solid. Classic.
So install, precog, and gain a credit. Going back over to Travis. Looking at a special order there, always good to see. It's kind of funny, Tim's criminal deck dropped those out because he just replaced them with Crypsis, and Travis still running it. I think he runs a pretty efficient rig here.
Yes.
All right, so first action, draw on a card. Looks like an emergency shutdown.
You're correct.
How about that art on emergency shutdown, by the way?
It's a dog with an X-ray.
It's like, what is that?
I don't know.
I'm sure that somebody could tell me what that is all about. And an account siphon drawn into here.
Or maybe somebody couldn't tell you what it's all about.
Travis having a lot of tools. He's going to need to play 2 cards to avoid... Yeah, he did have an extra. So there's Desperado and hitting Katie. So we're going to have to discard 1 again. Churning through some cards here pretty well. Discards another Katie.
Whoa, back over to Tim, and already putting down more ice.
Installing another on the remote.
And 2 credits.
It's probably a little bit surprised that Travis has let him get away with this much unres ice. But Jinteki makes it weird. You don't want to run into that Neural Katana right now, and you always have to think that that's what's down there.
Oh man, that fetal AI in his hand is hilarious.
It's
just waiting for him.
It's exactly what you want.
That's probably a pop-up window in front of HQ. He doesn't care. Draw that fetal.
Draw it. Yeah, it's definitely one of the true strengths of Jinteki is that people just don't play against it that much. Most people don't play against it that much, so...
Yeah, well, with Criminal and HB being so strong, it's hard to argue against it.
Yeah.
It's understandable. We get it. We get it.
Mathematically.
There's some very aggressive card shuffling going on in both these players'
last
hands.
thing, we're going to hit Katie.
You said yesterday that you were going to quit talking about hitting Katie.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Second action. Second action, we're talking to Katie. Install a data sucker.
Data sucker.
Oh, that's nice.
Always looks like an amoeba or something to me on that art.
That's a fair... I think that's okay.
That's cool.
I think the artist did a great job. So draw on the last click there. And you're going to have to discard an account siphon. Interesting.
Yeah.
Back over to Tim. Brain Trust. He's going to install and gain a credit.
Checking that ice. What did I put down?
Funny because he knew it was coming.
That's right.
This looks like install credit actually.
Aha. Need the money. Man, Travis is looking a little poor, but Katie's ready to...
She's ready. She got 9. Looks like there's
deliver.
a scattered 3 over there.
Man, she is so good. It's crazy how much she changed everything for the runner.
Yeah. Now, Desperado Data Sucker is a really fascinatingly good combo for me. Even just a run on Archives right now is essentially yielding you 2 credits. But it's even better than that. You're getting a credit for Desperado, but you're also getting a Data Sucker token, which is, I kind of equate to a credit in terms of like breaking, because you're lowering 1 strength, which usually means you're not having to gain an extra strength.
I think that's a fair formula of value.
But it also, with Yogs and other things, it can be a big deal. Playing an easy mark for 3. Passing back over to Tim. He's going to draw. So last 2 actions for Travis there were gain 3 for easy mark and then hit Katie, not hit Katie, call Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Tim advances Brain Trust 3 times and scores it.
Cha-ching! Agenda points. Oh, man. Fairy.
Discarding a fairy.
The art on that fairy always wigs me out, by the way, as well. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's very cool. Travis drawn, first turn, first click.
Thank goodness Tim's agendas are still on the hand cam.
Yeah.
What did he score?
Second, gonna draw. That's a Corroder. Maybe what Travis was looking for here.
Yeah.
He does have a special order, though, that he's sitting on, so he
There it is.
could make it happen. 2 for Corroder, and 3 more on Katie. Tim gonna draw a card, because he has to.
The rules decree it. Ooh.
Install, and advance twice. I'm assuming that's the fetal.
Yeah, it is indeed.
It is. And this is beautiful Jinteki right here. You can't run that. You can run it, but
what if it's a June bug?
What if it's a June bug? And you've got 2 unnoticed pieces of ice with only a Corroder in front of it. It's
what if
tough
it's a
choices.
June bug?
I mean, it's crazy. Right now, the best thing in the world would be just some expose. Just a little bit of expose.
What is it?
But no, we don't. It got run out, and now it's kind of run back in.
I think the new kind of traps and stuff that we got out of Creation and Control might see it come back in. I would like to think that, but who knows? Exposing is just a valuable mechanism within the game in general anyway.
keep kicking me. Sorry.
There's some great new traps out there.
Yeah.
Distracted.
All right, so Travis thinking about this thing.
You know, they have a paragraph about conduct.
I'm really interested to see what he's going to be up to here. It's funny, like, if he knew it was just a pop-up window in front of R&D there, he'd probably be heading in there a little bit more, but... Compromised employee.
Excellent. Always a good choice.
And Travis really playing kind of shapery here, really
He is.
taking
He's
his
building
time
something.
getting set up. Tim hasn't had to res a single piece of ice, which is quite unusual.
Yes.
But again, like we said, Jinteki makes it weird. That even just the single neural katana threat makes it weird for me.
It's very
You
weird.
can't face check. That's the ultimate thing. You just can't do it. John, man, really digging.
What do you get?
Got to be looking for something important here. It's just the last action.
Ah, Katie
Yeah,
getting pumped.
More on Katie.
Advance 3 times.
So I think what we're going to see is Tim advance 3 times, score the feudal.
You need to
Man, it's just like clockwork over there, like butter.
It's easy, like you said, or pointed out, when you don't have to res ice. I can just install and keep advancing.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah. And
Another
this is
siphon.
Yeah, that's a big deal. This
Yeah.
is where Travis is going to need to get that money off Katie and start going here.
Yes.
He needs to put some serious pressure on.
Needs more tempo. Need more tempo. Because that data sucker isn't working for you either, or the Desperado.
Yeah, Kuroda, there's a lot of things on the board that really haven't done anything.
snare.
In fact, everything on the board aside from Katie has done
Just
nothing.
been
It's just been sitting there.
Yeah. But here we go.
A lot of
He's got
opportunity
the money
costs.
to do some things, so hopefully he will. We'll see some action.
Yeah, nice. Nice, like, bag of money over
Yeah.
there.
I'm rich for the time being.
He's over at 21 credits.
It's in the bananas territory.
It's pretty good. I'm not seeing that. Wasn't a terribly though. It wasn't a terribly explosive start for Andromeda at all.
He had that
Especially-
early money, but then just spent it on stuff he isn't utilizing.
And then just he's still having a draw. I think Travis has drawn maybe 7-8 times now. So that even with those 9 cards up front,
Here's another.
didn't see it all. There's a Crypsis, so that's
Yeah, that's probably what he might be waiting
Again,
for.
I
But then
mean,
he had the special order,
why,
so I'm
what's
not
the
sure.
special order doing?
Yeah.
It may be a reactive thing to see if he has to go get a Gordian or something.
Yeah. Who's to say?
All right, Tim draws because he asked to. Looks like it's a Nisei to me.
You are correct, sir.
Install over R&D and credit. Back over to Travis.
I'm waiting for it. Ready to see it happen.
Yeah, I'm interested here.
We're all interested.
It's going to pay for an R&D interface.
Nice.
Risky move against Jinteki,
Yep.
considering it's not even a voluntary ability. It's a mandatory.
You gotta look.
Must access 1 additional.
Here it goes.
All right, so we're in an R&D. It's a chum.
Chum, foreboding. Always foreboding. Next is...
Game 1 for compromised employee. Keep going. Let it trigger. And that is a neural katana. Nice.
Classic Jinteki move here.
Nice. You got to pay that off, of course.
Yep.
Got to pay it. So remove 1 from Crypsis.
I don't...
Paying 6. And successful access. Gain 1 for Desperado. Gain a data sucker token and take a look. It's a precog. And something else that I did
I don't
not
know.
see.
Yeah. I was about to venture a guess, but I didn't see it well.
Really wanted an agenda to be scored there. Really did.
But man, knowing that he's about to get another precog is hilarious.
Yeah, this is just man, when Jinteki can chain those precogs. Tim,
See? Exactly. Used it straight away.
important though, like he saw an early MP last turn. Tim has been able to chain into these precogs, and that's important. He also has 2 agendas in his hand. So HQ is a really vulnerable spot right now, but it is not being attacked whatsoever. And it's just hard to know. Attacking HQ with Jinteki is just crazy.
Yeah.
Because there could be snares in there. There could be, and right now is a great time to do it. He's only got 2 credits, single piece of ice in front of there.
That's right.
Be a good time to take a look.
Drawn.
Draw
What does
twice.
he want? I would really like to know what he
I'm
wants.
sorry, Katie, and then draw.
Pop up.
Pop up. Oh
Classic.
man, now see, this gets a lot different.
Yep.
So
Now-
pay 1 and gain 1.
Now
so
he's gonna
it's
feel real comfortable.
costs nothing for Travis here.
Yeah. He should just start running and running and running and running.
And nope.
Static.
Wall of static.
Man,
Ah.
how many times have we seen Wall of Static drawn
Yeah.
out of HQ? It's crazy.
I think there was 2 out of 5 agendas in this hand. I'll draw for the 3rd. And I
gonna
wonder
be-
that may have, I don't know if it was just a mistake in the tokens, but
Yeah.
I feel like there was maybe an action missed. But I think he just, yeah, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. All right, Tim, gonna install credit.
It's a June bug.
Is it? That's the question. Let's look at his hand. Does he still have 2?
I'm pretty
I think
sure
he still
it's a
has
June
2,
bug.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a June bug for sure.
But he didn't advance it.
Correct.
So maybe trying to force Travis to run on there in case it's a Nisei or a brain trust. Because I mean, next turn that's a 3 advance, and all of a sudden we're at 6 agenda points. So I think Travis has to check that. It's not a June, but like it's not advanced, so it's not dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
he's gonna
here it
do
goes.
here. So second action gonna run. Better turn that over.
There it is. What do we got?
Seconds run.
The music is great, by the way. We were commenting at the time, which you might be hearing.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, Travis, fix it. Second action here.
More res. Keep going.
Not gonna res.
He's going.
For this problem.
Keep going.
Access.
Boom.
June bug. Nothing. Yep. So that's okay there. That was actually
Yeah, it worked out.
If nothing else, it's an action for an action.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And
Like
he
to see
didn't-
an
he didn't have to
Edgeworld or
trash
something down
anything.
there.
Yeah. Or discard. I mean, discard.
Katie getting more money on her. And if you notice anything from this regional, it's obvious that Katie is insanely good.
Yes.
And everyone kind of knew that from the start. But it's really good.
Oh man,
Another R&D interface. Yeah.
And we haven't seen one snare yet.
Yeah, this is very dangerous here. All right, so Tim going up to 7 here.
Pretty sure that was an agenda, right?
I want to think that it is. Just how confident is Tim in his ice? This is
Yeah.
basically, do you take the money off Katie here and run, or do you not? I think that's the ultimate decision to make.
What would you do? I would run. I would take the money and run.
I would take the money and run right
Yeah.
now, yeah.
That's actually an expression.
Yeah, I get nervous a 4-0 game like this in the finals with the tournament rules that were in place. So he goes, but he does not take the money first.
Interesting. I guess he assumes he just has
Not going to res, so he'll probably get through here.
money for it.
Not going to res, access, Hokusai. Nice.
Very good.
So takes a net damage and then has to pay 4 if he wants to trash it. Huge swing there.
Ooh. Emergency. Not terribly critical to lose right now.
Not right now, but it could be saving up for one of those big pieces of ice.
Yeah.
Travis might be wanting to get a big
A
piece
toll
of ice
booth.
rezzed up here and shut it down with that pop-up window. And he's not going to trash that, looks like.
Yep. I guess he just doesn't feel he can afford it, but I mean, Katie is
Oh, he is
pretty
going to
well-
trash it.
There
Okay.
it is. Boom.
Solid. I think it's one of those, I mean, what a great turn. Even just paying 2 to have them lose a card and lose 4 credits, I would do that every time.
Yeah, totally.
I would definitely do that. Travis having to think pretty hard here.
Yeah, because I mean, everything is just in the balance here. He has to more or less at this point just call every move that Tim makes. Is he bluffing? Is that an agenda?
Yeah.
Is it a trap?
I'm half expecting a little bit more ice on that remote and then agenda to go down.
Yep.
This is a good place to be, though. This is a good swing for Travis. He's got credits in reserve. Once he takes off Katie, he can keep just basically always have a reserve. Spin the credits until they're almost low, take off Katie. Spin the credits until they're almost gone, take off Katie. So it's a good swing. It's a good little pendulum swing to get in. You just have to spin an action every turn to keep her going.
And Travis is also, for the record, effectively, like you were saying, +2 in terms of his credit count because of the data sucker.
Yeah. So HQ, we're going to
No. Criminal still 4.
gain 1 for Desperado, and boom.
Whoa, nice.
Nisei. That's the one
pull.
that you want to pull. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one that you want to pull.
He didn't need that anyway.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
Wherever you want it. Maybe you got it.
I love, man, those Niseis are so good.
Yeah, they are.
Kind of hard to score, though.
They are.
You got to do the old classic Jinteki,
But they can
install
end the run.
advance.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to.
They'll just have to think it's a June bug. Which I pretty much think every card they install is a June bug. Oh, there it is. The third piece. Now, will an agenda follow it? Will you be proven right?
I don't know. He really needs some cash right here.
He
because
does.
Travis is going to be so
Ooh,
rich.
Interesting. I was not expecting that.
All right, so this is a preparation. This is
Install credit.
prepare for the late game here. Also building a very nice symmetrical
It's like stair steps.
tower there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Little Tetris piece.
indeed. Ah, the old femme.
Yeah, good to see Fem.
Nothing but the classics.
Yeah, taking Katie.
Smart.
Criminal 19.
That's 15 on Katie there. All right, so now we got plenty of money. We're just gonna play Fem outright. I don't know. I don't think so. You got enough money to kind of play around and check.
There she is.
Ah,
Interesting.
on Neural?
On Chum.
Okay.
Criminal 10.
Interesting move.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
I'm not for sure about that.
I agree, but that's
Because Chum is essentially making you pay 2 more for the ice that's after it, because you got Crypsis, you don't care.
exactly.
So really it's just +2 credits every run, and now you're paying 1 credit to bypass Chum. So you're saving 1 credit every time you're on R&D.
Mm-hmm.
Not terribly interested. Alright, so accessing 3.
Looks like another what? Nisei? Not Nisei. Hokusai.
Yeah, it's like a Hokusai.
Ronin.
Yeah.
And wait for it.
That's a hard thing, and he doesn't trash it. Man, crazy.
Couldn't see the last one.
No agendas. Woo!
Yeah. More importantly, no snares.
Crazy, though, that now we've got a Maker's Eye run every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like this may be a mistake here. There's a couple of mistakes. First of all, didn't he take Katie off at the beginning of the turn?
Maybe.
He did. His first action was, so he should not be able to actually load Katie
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yep, you're right.
So that was a misplay for sure. And in this instance, I mean, the way that we play this is the player's game. I mean, the rules of the game are directly between these two players, so it's not I don't know, to us it's Tim's job to make sure that all that is done correctly than anything else. But then again, maybe he didn't hit Katie that first turn. Oh, sorry, I said hit again. It was Katie, Fim, draw, and then run, right?
Yeah.
And then another Katie in there.
All right, Eli. 1.0. 2.0 is going to be slightly older.
Oh, this is a new turn. Yeah, Travis is fine. That was first action.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the clicks were confusing.
Nice.
but-
Yeah, it was.
All right, Eli, busting through it. No resis. No
Wow.
resis.
And another Hokusai.
And it was a Hokusai, yep. And what do you do with that? Not going to trash. Just going to take the net damage and roll.
Compromised. Out of here.
One action.
Hmm. Man, I think... I see, Katie got weird somewhere in there.
I can't tell.
It got weird. It got weird somewhere in there. I think
So
everyone watching will be probably get to rewind and check it out. But not a huge deal, but important enough.
Yes.
I feel like Tim hasn't taken a turn in like a year. So it looks like what he installed.
Mm-hmm. I think he put
gained
down a
some
runner or
credits.
something.
Drawn. Now that Hokusai gets weird.
That's right.
You can run down there and take one. You can check out R&D.
R&D again. Here we go.
So a lot of business going on there with Data Sucker and Desperado and Femme Fatale. And Milan just trashed.
Here she goes. The old moon mine. Oh, right. Hedge fund. It's about time.
Yep. Good time to see it. And advanced twice over there on the remote.
Boom.
Back over to Travis.
I was just about to say that. What?
Alright, we've got a... First action is going to be to draw. See an Armitage there. Not exactly what you need right now. We don't need that economy.
Who needs it?
Travis had to make some hard choices here. That remote, it's a tempting thing.
It is.
It's a tempting mistress over there.
But it's the dangerous one as well.
And even now, just the way that the tournament rules were during regionals,
Mm-hmm.
Tim scoring 4 points as Corp is a pretty big deal.
It is. Another
All right,
pop-up.
Pop-up window, pop-up window.
How's it set up? Right, I wasn't sure if I had...
And getting some clarification on credit totals. Little cross-checking, that's what you want to do for sure.
Where was I? And where should I be? Ask yourself these questions often. Ah, the static
Man,
again.
that is the stickiest wall of static. I like to think it's the same one that's been throughout the entire regional.
I think you should always run Wall of Static just so you could have something for people to draw out of HQ.
Emergency shut down the Neural Katana. And Tim drawn into a Hokusai.
Actually,
Install credit. Could be a Ronin.
credit.
It could be anything.
Install credit advance.
Nice.
All right, there we go. And that could well be a Ronin there.
Yeah, I believe it is.
That gets interesting.
He's got that neural EMP waiting in his hand.
All right, checking the remote.
Hokusai.
It's going to go ahead and res and doing that damage. Man, this is just the slow. This is like
Yeah, it is.
NBN has a trickle economy and Jinteki has a trickle
Mill.
tag and bag. Well, not even tag, a trickle bag.
Yeah.
We call this the old trickle bag deck. Sounds awful.
It does.
Man.
But I mean, with that remote though, you would have to assume just with the actions he took that it's a trap at this point. I mean, what else would have?
Right.
Would you have to and then leave a third on there?
Right. It's got to be a Ronin, or
Uh-huh.
he's just going to go crazy with a brain trust, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
He could have scored that, so I'm surprised.
And Travis trying to put the 3 for Katie
Yeah,
on
he did that
directly
several
on-
times.
I actually did that a few times the other day as well. So.
New remote.
New remote server. Gain some creds.
It's bad.
First action, check it out. It is a pad campaign.
Will he trash?
All that is right now is just a good waste of an action. I think, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Tim's actually going to get this pad campaign going. I don't know if he'll even res it.
Boom. R&D.
R&D. Just going to pay 1 to bypass.
But
Tim
will
having to
Tim
decide
res?
whether to res the Neural Katana or not.
What's the res on that one?
What's that?
What's the res on Neural?
Neural Katana is 4.
4.
3 strength. Sentry.
Here
Not going to
comes.
res it.
3 cards. Get ready.
Probably hoping for a fetal or something here. Could maybe end up with
Oh, a
Ronin.
snare. First snare of
That's
the game.
even better.
End attack.
Ooh.
Those were good.
Inside job, big deal.
Yep.
Second card. And the last card.
Static.
Man, no agenda still. Sometimes R&D just... Sometimes it's great, and sometimes it doesn't do it for you.
It's true.
Travis removing the tag.
My turn.
And drawing a card.
Advance once. Cool.
All right, back over to Tim.
Do 3. 3 cards, right? Roll MP.
There it is.
Advance, do 3, and early MP. Boom. That's the Jinteki flatline right there.
Gross.
Wow, fantastic game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Neck and neck the whole way.
So, man, pressure's on. Only 2 points scored by Travis. So Tim just needs to hit 3 points.
3 to cinch it.
And it'll cinch it, yeah. Wow. All right. So join us for the second game of the finals. This will be for all the tuna, as they say. You can find it on this link. Just click and you'll be there. And we'll see you there. So keep watching, guys.